postoffice.co.uk/over50s.
Save up to £483 on your car insurance when you've just used Confused.com.
Election season is here again. The battle for Bihar begins.
नीतीश जी का बिहार चलाने योग्य नहीं।
बिहार जैसे राज्य में इतना भरोसा लोगों ने किया।
India's #1 network locked and loaded. The OG of election reporting.
ये सवाल पूछे जाते हैं कि फलाना जाति की क्या आबादी है। सरकार के पास जरूर ये आंकड़े होने चाहिए।
Elections in our DNA. In the heart of every voter.
वोट चोरी मुद्दा है भी और नहीं भी है।
NDTV 24/7, India's election engine.
Hello and welcome to this Tuesday edition of the World Report, viewers. I'm Arjun Samar Mahindran. Let's take a look at what's making headlines around the world. New York City's mayoral race, viewers, is entering its final stretch, with early voting now ended already and residents among some 5 million registered voters set to cast their all-important ballots on the 4th of November to choose the city's next leader. That's correct. Zohran Mamdani, the Uganda-born Indian origin or Indian descent Democratic Socialist, still holds a 14% lead and could soon make history as New York City's first Muslim mayor. But his campaign has been mired in controversy, from racist attacks to legal troubles. This next report breaks down all the details.
New York is not for sale.
The fight for the Big Apple, New York City, US's financial hub, is on, with the power to reshape the city's political identity forever. On November 4th, Americans could make history, handing power to a Democratic Socialist Muslim mayor for the first time. Zohran Mamdani, the 34-year-old Uganda-born state assemblyman, son of a renowned Indian filmmaker Meera Nair, is at the center of this historic race. One filled with racist attacks, controversy, and bigotry. From US President Donald Trump calling Mamdani a commie lunatic, to MAGA supporters attacking Mamdani for eating with his hands, a practice for over 1/3 of the world's population, the Democrat frontrunner has been engulfed in one row after another. In fact, Mamdani found himself in the midst of controversy after saying his aunt stopped riding the subway after the September 11 attack. He later responded by saying that he was referring to a distant relative, not his legal aunt, explaining the discrepancy. Furthermore, he even faces legal scrutiny over accepting illegal contributions from foreign donors. The Indian origin state assemblyman has also faced trouble from Indian American and Hindu diaspora organizations over his comments against Hindus, slamming Prime Minister Modi over the 2002 Gujarat riots and more. Many have even accused Mamdani of exploiting affirmative action to try to gain college admission, misusing his African American racial heritage. Yet, Mamdani has not remained quiet.
Super PAC ads imply that I am a terrorist or mock the way I eat. Push polls that ask New Yorkers questions like whether they support invented proposals to make halal food mandatory, or political cartoons that represent my candidacy as an airplane hurtling towards the World Trade Center. But I do not want to use this moment to speak to them any further. I want to use this moment to speak to the Muslims of New York City. I want to speak to the memory of my aunt. Who stopped taking the subway after September 11th because she did not feel safe in her hijab.
Standing in his path are two seasoned opponents. Andrew Cuomo and Curtis Silva, both of whom have launched ad campaigns attacking Mamdani. Yet, the Democratic frontrunner has remained firm on his platform to make New York affordable again by taxing the rich, raising minimum wage and more. A victory for Camp Mamdani, who has been endorsed by big Democrat faces including former President Obama, Bernie Sanders, Congresswoman Alexandra Ocasio-Cortez, among others, could mark a watershed moment for Democratic Party and America. The big question that now remains, what kind of future will New York City choose for itself? Disha Bagchi for NDTV.
In the UK, viewers, the sole survivor of a plane crash that killed 260 people said he still cannot explain what had happened, adding the ordeal, including losing his younger brother in the accident, had in fact left him mentally broken and housebound. Ramesh had been on board the infamous Air India Boeing 787 Dreamliner bound for London, which crashed in the northwestern city of Ahmedabad in India on the 12th of June, killing 260 people, including 19 on the ground, in one of India's first aviation disasters, needless to say. Now, he was the sole survivor, viewers. In an interview with Sky News, Vishwakumar Ramesh has said that the loss of his brother Ajay had in fact also impacted him deeply. Listen in.
What happened? When did you first realise something was wrong?
It's quite difficult to explain myself.
Do you remember it?
It's very hard.
You must not want to remember it, right? Do you try not to remember it?
It's very hard to explain that. I can't.
So you took off, and then quite quickly, the plane, it stopped? It seemed to hang in the air. Is that right?
Okay. Everything is changing, isn't it? After that crash. Like me, mentally, physically. Also my family is, all family broke down.
How's it been for your family?
All broke down and still.
I'm so sorry that you didn't ask for this. You were the victim, and it's had this impact on you and the people you love. It's very difficult. Do you feel physical pain?
Yes.
What pain do you feel?
My knee, shoulder, and back, and some burning in right left arm. But still pain in my body.
Do you leave the house? Do you go out? Do you do things?
Just sit on my bed and all day.
Do you watch TV? Is that what you do?
I don't like anything watching. I just think about my brother and just.
The brother who?
Ajay. He's my younger brother.
What was he like?
He's for me. He's everything for me. He's giving me backbone. He give me all the time. He support me. I still am not believe that is not more.
An Indian origin driver who crashed his semi-truck killing 3 people in California last month was not driving while intoxicated, contrary to initial reports, but the case still remains grossly neglected homicide, US authorities have said. 21-year-old Jashanpreet Singh of Yuba City was arrested on the 21st of October, viewers, under suspicion of driving under the influence, or DUI as it's called, and he was charged with vehicular manslaughter with gross negligence as well as DUI causing injury in the multi-vehicle crash. 3 people, for perspective, were killed and several others seriously injured in the crash in California's Ontario. Two separate U.S. courts have ordered the immigration officials to halt the deportation of Indian-origin man from Pennsylvania, Subramaniam Subbu Vedam. Now, Vedam spent over 4 decades in prison on a murder charge that was recently overturned. Furthermore, Subramaniam, 64-year-old Subbu, is currently being held at a facility in Alexandria, Louisiana, which is a short-term facility also equipped with an airstrip for deportation purposes. Vedam's relatives, viewers, meanwhile, say that he was transferred to the facility from central Pennsylvania last week. Now, Subbu has been serving a life sentence in a murder case of his friend's death back in the 1980 before his conviction was finally overturned only this year. He was released from the prison on the 3rd of October after spending more than 43 years in prison behind bars, but was immediately taken into immigration custody by United States Immigration and Customs Enforcement, or ICE. Indian-American attorney Neil Katyal will appear before the U.S. Supreme Court on Wednesday, that's tomorrow, to argue a case that President Donald Trump has described as one of the most important in the history of the country. Now, the outcome, viewers, could redefine the very limits of presidential authority over trade and tariffs in the United States from coast to coast in this case. Now, this case raises questions also about whether Trump exceeded his powers under the 1977 International Emergency Economic Powers Act, or the IEEPA. Now, it's a law that permits presidents to take action during national emergencies related to foreign affairs. A ruling against him could very well restrict one of his most frequently used tools, imposing tariffs to influence foreign policy. Sudanese fleeing from the fighting between the country's military and paramilitary forces have described their harrowing experiences after escaping from a city under siege for a year and a half. That's correct, viewers. The Rapid Support Forces, a paramilitary group fighting the Sudanese troops, have captured Al-Fasher after besieging it for 18 long months, a year and a half at that. Thousands are fleeing Al-Fasher have been trickling into towns near the city, including Tavila, Melit and Tavisha in recent days. Aid groups, meanwhile, worry about the fate of tens of thousands more who are either still trapped in the city or have disappeared as they tried to flee. Sudanese arriving in Tavila, meanwhile, have recounted running out of food during the RSF siege and scrounging for animal fodder to eat. We get you more.
حرقتنا الله لقينا الدامرك ما شاء الله بلاد دقونا حانونا شالنا حاجاتنا اللي عندنا حاجه ما خلينا يا هؤلاء اللي ابونا ذاته ما لقينا ما لا الليله وانا ارفع حي ولا ميت ما لقينا ما لقينا جثث لقينا جثث الله وبعدين بدقوه بيشيلوا منهم حاجاتهم وبعدين لقينا جثث مجدين ميتين يعني كثير حاصل حاجات كثير يعني.
At least 24 people were killed after a 6.4 magnitude earthquake rocked northern Afghanistan early on Monday. The quake also triggered landslides, destroyed homes and blocked key transport routes in the northwestern part of the country. Now, with the epicenter located in the Kurd area in the Samangan province, the tremor hit at the depth of 28 kilometers and caused severe damage across 5 provinces, as you see there on your screen right now. Now, viewers, the mountainous areas in the Samangan province are located between the capital city of Kabul and the northern city of Mazar-e-Sharif, are one of the hardest hit regions where most houses, in fact, are low-rise mud brick structures. A number of these homes were destroyed or severely damaged, leaving many residents buried under the rubble. Listen in.
صوت یک بدن پیش از زیادتر وقت دقیق معلومات داریم صوت شام جمع یک تکانی بسیار شدید داد خوبی بیرون برآمد هر صبح بالا اومد شهید شد و بلتون هم سیبه داری جو دام میشه روزی جلوی شهید شد خانم کلیش هم تو 6 تا هیچ آبادی نمونده ما تو زندگی کنیم چهارش هم توانش هم نداریم که دوگشت جور کنیم.
President Nicolas Maduro on Monday said Venezuela and Russia maintain ongoing military cooperation despite the growing tension between Caracas and Washington over the deployment of U.S. warships in the waters of the South American nation. The governments of Venezuela and Russia, meanwhile, have signed numerous cooperation agreements on trade, energy, education, military affairs, drug enforcement, and even security, including an intelligence and counterintelligence pact. Now, like his predecessor, very much like the late President Hugo Chavez, Maduro has also forged a very close relationship with Moscow and Vladimir Putin. Here's Maduro for you.
El gobierno de Rusia para todos los temas, porque tenemos muchos temas en desarrollo. Te lo decía ahora caminando. Correcto. Ahora ha sido muy fuerte la noticia esta semana, jueves, viernes, sábado, domingo, lunes, de la cooperación militar, pero que es natural, pues tenemos 25 años de cooperación militar.
A fast-moving typhoon battled across the center of Philippines Monday after slamming shores overnight from the Pacific, leaving at least one person dead and with flooding and power outages right there on your screens as you see them, displacing tens of thousands of people. Viewers, Typhoon Kalmegi was blowing over the city of Sagae in central Negros Occidental province mid-morning with sustained winds of up to 150 kilometers or 93 miles per hour and gusts of up to 185 kilometers an hour or 115 meters per hour after making landfall around midnight in the town of Silago in the eastern province of southern Leyte. Kalmegi, meanwhile, the 20th tropical cyclone to batter the Philippines this year itself, has been moving northward at 25 kilometers an hour wind speed or 16 meters an hour. It was also forecast to in fact start shifting away from the western section of the archipelago into the South China Sea later on Tuesday. Stay with the region where U.S. Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth shook hands with his Korean counterpart in Seoul on Tuesday before an annual security cooperation meeting. Now, the pair is expected to discuss and coordinate on key military policies, also including nuclear-powered submarines, the transfer of wartime operational control and defense spending. Now, his visit comes just days after Trump traveled to South Korea for meetings with world leaders, including South Korean President Lee Jae-myung and Chinese President Xi Jinping. This was, of course, on the sidelines of this year's Asia-Pacific Economic Cooperation Summit in Gyeongju. And viewers, shortly before world leaders gathered for the Gyeongju Apex Summit, I personally was there in the ancient Shilla Kingdom city, capturing the city's blend of ancient heritage and global diplomacy. Take a look at this ground report on Gyeongju's iconic and ancient Bulguksa Temple. In South Korea's ancient capital of Gyeongju, nestled between forested hills, Bulguksa Temple rises like a memory carved in stone. A spiritual and architectural marvel tracing back to the year 528. Commissioned by kings and rebuilt by monks, Bulguksa evolved through centuries of devotion and disaster. Most notably, Prime Minister Kim Dae-seong's 8th century reconstruction sought to honor his late parents, turning Buddhist ideals into timeless stone. Bulguksa Temple was destroyed by the Japanese back in 1593. It was turned to ashes, literally. But here we are again, here in 2025. From dust to dust and ashes to ashes, it was rebuilt brick by brick, mortar by mortar by a nation, unwilling to give up, unwilling to forget and let go of its history. Be its 40 partial repairs in the 17th century or the full-scale restorations of the 20th and the 21st, Bulguksa has become a living museum of Korean faith, endurance, and artistry.
Really like it. Like yesterday we spent all day in the town and we went to the palace. There were so many tourists. And coming here is like very peaceful and we enjoying so far.
About 1,000 years ago, during about 1,000 years. So this area was the capital city of the Vatican. So especially this area was built in 1751, Prime Minister prepared some list of Calvin. I will present you slightly.
And today, the Bulguksa Temple is more than just an historical site. It's the cradle of South Korea's Buddhism and a world-revered UNESCO heritage site. Each restoration from the 1960s to the 2010s brought back not just architecture, but memory. A past preserved not in museums, but in motion.
With retirement round the corner, I want to spend more time with my family and less time worrying about the numbers. Which reminds me.
Welcome to British Seniors, the UK's #1 rated provider of over 50s life insurance.
Hi, I'd like a quick quote.
No problem. We're proud to offer our seniors lifetime guarantee. With 100% of claims having been paid, we guarantee your premiums will never go up and that you'll speak to one of our specialists in the UK. UK residents aged 50 to 80 are guaranteed to be accepted.
Depending on your age, your loved ones can get a cash payout up to £10,000 when you pass away.
And that money could help with funeral costs or even as a gift for the grandkids. I'll do it.
Plus, when you sign up, you'll receive a £135 gift card and free 24/7 GP advice and health services.
You got them all right. That's amazing.
Be proud to protect your loved ones with British Seniors. To get a free quote today, call our UK team on 0800 977 5808 or visit britishseniors.co.uk.
Sometimes it's the little things that remind us of them. Stay close, even when you're far apart. Send money worldwide with Remitly.
Get that lucky cow feeling with luckycowbingo.com/bingo. The site that's bursting with beautiful bingo games. That's luckycowbingo.com/bingo.
Cause I'm in shoo shoo shoo, shoo shoo shoo, shoo 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 shoo, Sugar Town.
Gemini, which of these would be a little less expected?
Check out the alliums. They'd go great with the hydrangeas below.
Will those last till Saturday?
Yes, they should last until Saturday.
Google Pixel 10.
Don't they grow up so fast? And sometimes the big life moments like a new home and a new school can be scary. Which reminds me, I don't want my family to worry about mortgage costs if the worst should happen. That's why I'm looking into smart family life insurance.
Hi, I'd like a quick quote, please.
OK, you can choose a benefit amount up to £750,000 depending on your age. If you're a UK resident aged 18 to 64, you can apply with just a few health and lifestyle questions. For £250,000 of cover, the price starts at just £14.77 a month.
That's less than I thought. I could help my husband with the mortgage.
Just like families, not all life insurance is the same. That's why we offer the Smart Family Guarantee.
That's good to know.
For even greater peace of mind, you'll also receive a 100% advance in the event of terminal illness and 10% cash back on your first year's premiums. That's the Smart Cashback. Plus, you'll also get your choice of a £125 gift card.
To get a free quote today, call our specialist UK team on 0800 542 1775 or visit smartinsurance.co.uk.
Welcome back, viewers. On to updates from the world of business, where Starbucks is selling a 60% stake in its China operations to Buyu Capital in a whopping $4 billion deal. That's correct. Now, under this new agreement, the coffee giant will retain a 40% share and also continue to own the Starbucks brand even inside China. The company first entered the Chinese market back in 1999, which has since grown to becoming its second largest market, only after the United States. However, Starbucks has struggled to keep pace in recent years as local rivals like Luckin Coffee are surging in popularity. Veteran actress Diane Ladd, viewers, a three-time Academy Award nominee known for her roles in Wild at the Heart and Alice Doesn't Live Here Anymore, has died at the age of 89. Her daughter, Laura Dern, confirmed her passing on Monday, saying her mother died peacefully at their California home with Laura by her side. Lad's career, viewers, spanned more than 6 long decades, earning acclaim on stage and screen alike. A breakout role, meanwhile, came in Martin Scorsese's iconic Alice Doesn't Live Here Anymore, which also earned her first Oscar nomination. Rapper A$AP Rocky was celebrated for his electric style Monday night as the Council of Fashion Designers of America gave him the Icon Award at its annual awards ceremony in downtown New York. Julianne Moore, Leslie Bibb, Michelle Williams and Rocky's wife Rihanna were also among the fashion and Hollywood celebrities who walked the white carpet at the Museum of Natural History. Now, Rocky was honored for his creative approach to fashion, often combining luxury brands with streetwear and sometimes blurring traditional gender lines with his choices as well. Now, the Grammy-nominated rapper has dabbled in fashion, collaborating with designers on clothing and even shoe lines. He says his approach to fashion is organic and based on how he feels. We leave you with this bite from A$AP Rocky. Take care and have a lovely day.
I think that I approach everything with an organic kind of like feel. Like, I mean, most of the time my outfits choose me. Getting dressed every day is all based upon like the feeling. Fashion is a sense, and my fashion sense, it really kind of like, I guess it depends on just how I'm feeling that day. It's really contingent on how you feel. And I think, for me at least, I like to express myself with my clothes or my wardrobe. And if I'm feeling like blue, you know, I might wear something that is just like, you know, if I'm feeling cozy, I might wear sweatpants and jeans.
Oh no, what's happened?
It's the car. Total nightmare, completely packed up.
What are you going to do?
It's okay, I've got Drafty.
Drafty works like a pot of cash up to £3,000, and borrowing £100 for a month costs just over a fiver. Just go online, apply now, and the money will be sent to your bank in under 90 seconds.
It's easy. Just visit drafty.co.uk.
Let me tell you more about Drafty, a different way to borrow. If life throws you unexpected bills, if your washing machine just threw in the towel, literally, or if your car has lost its drive, visit drafty.co.uk and apply today.
There are no application fees, no subscription fees and no late fees. Simple. If you're a UK resident with a bank account, over 18 and earn over £1,250 per month, then you can apply online and Drafty will give you an almost instant decision.
Can you tell us about your experience, Anton?
Yeah, I first used Drafty when my car broke down and I didn't know what to do. Then I found Drafty. I borrowed what I needed to get myself back on the road. There were no hidden fees and how much it would cost was really clear. I also love that I have that pot of cash there if I ever need it again.
With Drafty, you can access up to £3,000 almost instantly. Try Drafty. It's a breeze to use. And borrowing £100 for a month costs just over a fiver. Visit drafty.co.uk to apply online today. Drafty give you a personal credit limit so you can make withdrawals when it suits you. And they help you stay in control with repayment reminders, updates on your credit limit and ways to save money. You can access Drafty online and you'll have the money on the way to your bank in under 90 seconds.
How did you get on, Greg?
Well, what a day. The washing machine breaking was the last thing I needed. But honestly, knowing that Drafty's there for me to use when I want to, that's the freedom. The money was sent to my bank within minutes.
If you want to get on with life, try Drafty. With Drafty, you can borrow up to your personal credit limit almost instantly, and borrowing £100 for a month costs just over a fiver. Visit drafty.co.uk to apply online today. Drafty have helped over 100,000 people access cash exactly when they needed a bit of flexibility. But don't take our word for it, their reviews speak for themselves. Drafty, it's a breeze to use. If approved, Drafty will give you access to a flexible pot of cash up to £3,000.
How did Drafty help you, Danny?
I just didn't realise the cost of moving house. It was stressful enough without money worries as well. I used Drafty and they were great. The money was sent to my bank within minutes, and it's reassuring to know they're there if I need them again.
At Drafty, they know life has its ups and downs. If you don't borrow, you don't pay anything. It doesn't get any easier than that.
Drafty, it's a breeze to use. Access up to £3,000 today with drafty.co.uk.
Israeli Ambassador, Mr. Reuven Azar, who's speaking exclusively to NDTV and joins me here in the studio. Ambassador Azar, thank you so much for joining me.
For the invitation.
Let me first start by congratulating you, congratulating every Israeli and in fact the world. At the end, the fact that there is a ceasefire in place, the hostilities have ended, hostages have returned, is a huge moment for the entire region, for the world. Let me ask you first, any calculations you've done in terms of how soon those who are dead, their bodies will be returned by Hamas to Israel?
Well, Gori, first of all, indeed this is a moment of joy in Israel. You've seen the pictures. It seems like a huge rock has been out of our chest with the return of the living hostages. However, you're right, Hamas hasn't met the commitment of releasing all the murdered hostages. We have 28, out of them we are still having 21 in Hamas captivity.
4 plus 4 is what they've released, right?
Yes, but one of them wasn't an Israeli hostage. So we have at this point, out of the 28, only 7 that were returned to Israel. This is extremely important for us, for the families, to give them closure.
Yes.
And this is a commitment that Hamas gave. This is an amazing moment in our region, Gori, because there's really an opportunity for peace.
This is NDTV, and you're watching NDTV 24/7.
Hello and a warm welcome to the Southern View. I'm Sam Daniel from Chennai. Over the next 30 minutes, I'll be joined by my colleagues all across South India to bring you what's happening in this region. I'll be joined by Uma Sudhir from Telangana, Deepak Bopanna and Ritu from Karnataka, and Ashwin from Kerala.
3 suspects in the Coimbatore woman student sexual assault case. The men
assault case. The men, police say, are already involved in a murder and theft cases, and 2 of them were on bail. Police also confirmed that the men were drunk before they sexually assaulted the college student. Giving a timeline of what happened, police say the sexual assault took place around 10:40. The men first smashed the car in which the couple were using a stone and then attacked the male friend of the survivor with a sickle, took her away to a secluded spot walking where they sexually assaulted. Her male friend called the police control room at 11:20 and in 15 minutes police teams were on the spot. They deny there was any delay in locating the survivor. They say they had to search 3 pockets in that area, and they say the suspects had scaled the wall because of which there was delay, and they concede that it was the survivor herself who came walking amid the search. And the suspects will now be produced in the court, and the condition of the survivor and her male friend, police say, is stable. They're also being offered psychological counseling. And the Chief Minister M.K. Stalin has called this inhuman, saying that no strong words can explain this inhuman act. He has said he has instructed the police authorities to file charge sheet in less than a month's time and to ensure stringent punishment obtained through trial as early as possible. This has also become a huge political issue in the run-up to the elections due in 2026. The key opposition AIADMK staged a protest in Coimbatore and has planned another across Tamil Nadu. The BJP too had one last night. TVK Chief Vijay has questioned when would the Chief Minister wake up. The ruling DMK and the state police deny there's a rise in sexual offences. They say stringent measures are already in place, and despite them being in place, incidents like this happen as it happens in other states, and they say in every such incident, swift and stringent action has been taken, including the Anna University sexual assault case in which the perpetrator has been convicted. And here are some political reactions coming from Tamil Nadu.
So they have caught the people, the three people, and they feel that they have consumed drug. Only the ADMK and BJP know that they have drugs have let